Last year in Thailand, it was like 3 months after the earthquake, and this earthquake called an epic disaster by the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, and he says, in the face of this epic disaster, I strongly appeal to the international community to show the people of Turkey and Syria the same kind of support and generosity with which they received. So this earthquake changed almost everything in the country's life, which I will mention during my presentation. This is the photo I took during the presidential election on 14th of May last year, and I saw the lady in distance looking for something. It's been 4 months from the earthquake, and I went to her, and she told me that that night was with my sister in the house down the road. My house was here and I couldn't save anything. Now I am trying to see if I can find any photographs or items that will remind me of my past. Now, the place, Antakya, Antioch on the Orontes, I was there that particular day. So a little bit about this magnitude, about this earthquake. It's the southern part of Turkey. Nowadays it's called Türkiye. The government says the state wants the country called Türkiye as in the native language, saying Turkey anyway. So there were 3 big earthquakes happened. 2 of them happened in the 6th of February 23, very early in the morning, 4:17, and the one happened in Antakya later, in 1 week later. So this picture explains a little bit more how Anatolia and Turkey, we call this region Anatolia. Turkey is unlucky to have these faults, tectonic plates, and it's like being it's like the country's politics, actually. Everyone is, showing, hitting on the other sides. So the country's tectonic plates are similar to country's politics, I may say. So a little bit more about more information about the earthquake, and also it didn't happen only in Turkey. It also happened in Syria, which it was under the kind of shadow. Turkey was mentioned, but Syria didn't mention, but Syria also affected hugely. And the other thing is, in Turkey, after the 2011, nowadays we have 3 million Syrians living in the country. Okay, this actually this was my colleague and I just started making a little research about how the earthquake affected this ancient city of Antakya, which is called Antioch on the Orontes. There is a river, Orontes River. So the other keywords are crisis management, disaster sociology, soft power, digital media, international and national rescue and aid groups, discourse analysis, and UN SDGs, as Isanka mentioned in the morning. I put some pictures from some newspapers just to show you how huge the earthquake was. Actually, a country is kind of popular with its earthquake. Oops. It's not working properly, but never mind. Sorry. Okay, there it is. So this is New York Times. The New York Times says the ancient city now in ruins struggles to keep its soul. That's the exact word. Now the city, the ancient city, is struggling, and actually there is no city anymore, and nobody knows what the government is planning right now. And I've been away the city, quick happened, and I'm gonna go and planning to settle down in June, and we'll see what will happen afterwards. So again, another picture. A woman stands next to a lamp in a tent. So people are affected hugely by the earthquake, and the help came really late to the city. Okay, some other pictures from some newspapers, and we have it's like the city became a huge cemetery after the earthquake. Also, people are still living in it's been almost 1.5 years, but people are still living in tents. So the locals, not a local, but the locals, they just don't want to leave their city because their, roots in there. But life is going on. This lady is just taking their children to school. People and the schools are like they run in a small containers. So the unique structure of the city of Antakya and its particular characteristics, and the city is really ancient, and the Christianity, actually the word of Christianity is first pronounced in this Antakya. So as you may see, there is a huge cultural heritage and the geopolitics, and geopolitically it's a very important country like Sri Lanka. This particular city was under actually French domination, and it ends at the beginning of 19th century. no, 20th century. And it's a city of multiculturalism and many different ethnic people from ethnic background living there, and also many different people from religious background. It's like, again, Sri Lanka. Yesterday I visited the museum, and thanks to Kokila, and please do, if you haven't visited the museum, please do go to the museum. It's an excellent one to understand the Sri Lankan's history. So our central question was what sociological and communicative measures can be designed for the forthcoming disasters in the context of disaster sociology and crisis and trauma management. So these are the framing questions. I'm not going to bother you, with those questions to pronounce. Little bit about what is disaster sociology. It involves all of it, the organizations, rescue team, disaster philanthropists. It's really important, victims, chaos. And by the way, he's the guy is a football coach of a very famous team in this region, and at the very day he was living in a hotel, and after this photo taken after, he was crying, telling people how vulnerable was the city. And also, oops, where am I going? Also, the other picture depicts how Syrian people live because of some similarity of the language, because in Hatay, Antakya, people speak Arabic. So before the earthquake, 500,000 people used to live, and nowadays the number is diminishing, but still they prefer living in Antakya because they have some bonds there and relations with their relatives, so they prefer Hatay. Okay, this is the methodology. We just actually made interviews those NGOs with those NGOs, and this is the important access about rescue workers. There is security issue and geographical limits. So what is then soft power? It involves enterprise, government, culture, education, global engagement, and digital performance. According to this Joseph Nye, this is the very popular book of him. He says many people have treated soft power in different ways. One of the problems of being a father of a concept is that you cannot control your child ever more than a father can control an adolescent teenager. We all know better. I have one, 21 years old, so it's really difficult. Okay, so our first NGO was a WCK. You may all know what WCK is. It's World Central Kitchen. And those people, as representing of this soft power, they just came and they designed their kitchens and they served people. And that guy is really famous and hardworking. It's the managing director of WCK. Jose Andres, I don't know if my pronunciation is right. And he goes wherever he's needed. And the structure of the WCK acute feeding is like community outreach, kitchen crew, distro team, meaning serve with dignity, and procurement and logistics, warehouse keeper, security, employing local chefs, and meeting minutes. So also delivery of food needs many other facilities like water purification system, and getting connection with locals, and the community outreach is significant. And when you are helping other vulnerable people in the disaster area, so we have to ask some question like how many people are there, where to serve, where is the water. So we need gathering data from local place, and getting meat from where, because you know if you are a country where majority of people are Muslims, so they don't eat pork, for instance, like you know, they eat halal meat just like Jewish people eat kosher meat. So it makes really a huge difference. Okay, these are the details, and when they leave, actually, they donate their equipments in huge amount to the field kitchens, and those kitchens are still running. The second NGO, the soft power, was World Food Program of UN, United Nations, and they came and they serve really hard. And the third one was this lady. This lady came with her team and start working. Her name is Ebru, and we call it Chef Ebru. So for more information, you may visit this site, CDP's site. They have many more information about 2023 Türkiye-Syria earthquake. So this is the end of it.